House Leader of Third Party.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Speaker. And I too, I think just want to make a very brief comment just with respect to the fact, respect to the comments that have been made by the opposition House Leader and private members' bills. This is indeed a project that has been, or a conversation that's been ongoing now for the last maybe more than a year, just in terms of creating a pathway to ensure that all members that are not members of Cabinet have an opportunity to propose and have their bills and their legislations debated and voted on, as would be the expectation of their constituents. You know, I think when our residents go to the polls, the outcome of the election is unknown, but the tools that are available to all members that get elected to this place in exactly the same way. We all get elected by earning a majority of the votes in our communities. We should therefore have all of those tools available to us. Indeed, I just want to raise my hands in gratitude to the Premier. When the Premier was in the former role of Attorney General, offered the private members, the members of the opposition, members of the third party, access to the legislative drafters. And I think this was a really important move because we've used those legislative drafters to craft the private members' bills that we put on the table, and to craft the amendments that we bring to legislation and that we bring and propose to government bills that are debated. That should give the Premier and it should give the Cabinet assurance that whether they agree with the proposals that we're putting on the table or not, at the very least there is some legislative oversight over what it is that we're proposing. It's not going to be a back-of-the-napkin proposal that was come up with in the back hallway and just being put on the table that actually could cause, it might be a good idea, but the way it's drafted could cause the overall legality of the bill and the proposal problems. So I too want to just reiterate that I look forward to there being a pathway for us to be able to propose and debate legislation. There has been a couple of instances over the past couple of years that required negotiation. I recognize that that still is an option, that we could negotiate the debate of a private member's bill. Yesterday we stood up and put members into a select standing committee that looks at standing orders, and this would be one option for us at the very least, if there's not a proposal that can be brought forward sooner than that, to put this to a committee and really take a look at what's going on across the country to ensure that we are continuing to improve the democracy and the democratic function of this Assembly. Thank you for this opportunity, Mr. Speaker.